Hello, welcome to July 31st, 2023. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation. This is an exercise that I do each and every morning, a little bit after waking up. It's now 4:45 a.m. I do this in order to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone. I also use this time to reflect on the last 24 hours to see how I did with the challenges and opportunities that I met, to pick any out that were of particular interest, to reflect on how I did and how I might do better. I also think about the coming day and plan for how I'll deal with any challenges I can foresee and ready myself for the unexpected. But before we begin, let's read a couple of poems. Keeping with John Keats, I'll read yesterday's poem and then today's, study one for today. The one from yesterday I won't study, I'll just read it right on through. Yesterday's poem is called To Homer. Standing aloof in giant ignorance, of thee I hear, and of the Cyclades, as one who sits ashore and longs perchance to visit dolphin coral in deep seas. So wast thou blind, but then the veil was rent, for Jove uncurtained heaven to let thee live, and Neptune made for thee a spuming tent, and Pan made sing for thee his forest hive. Aye, on the shores of darkness there is light, and precipices show untrodden green. There is a budding morrow in midnight. Love that. There is a triple sight in blindness keen. Such seeing hadst thou, as it once befell, to Dian, queen of earth and heaven and hell. Very respectful, appreciative nod to the great one, Homer. Now today's poem is called Ode to May, a fragment. There were a few items of vocabulary here that I needed to look up. The first three are God and goddesses. First was Hermes, who was the Greek god of the messenger god, also the god of various and sundry other things, patrons, that is, and the child of Maya, another Greek god, who is the mother of Hermes, and the goddess from whom the month May got its name, of which the poem is dedicated to. So this is a poem about the month of May. Another one is a word Baia. I hope I'm saying it right, which is a Roman town now submerged in the sea. And then another word here was sward, which I kind of knew, but I didn't know. I'd heard, but I didn't know the definition, which is the green topmost layer of the earth. I think that's it. Yeah. Here we go. Ode to May, fragment. Mother of Hermes, and still youthful may I sing to thee, and thou vast hemmed on the shores of Bai? Or may I woo thee in earlier Sicilian, or thy smiles seek as they once were sought in Grecian isles, by bards who died content in pleasant sward, leaving great verse unto a little clan? O give me their old vigor and unheard, save of the quiet primrose and the span of heaven in a few years. Rounded by thee, my song should die away, content as theirs, rich in the temple, in the simple worship of a day. Ah, that is the artist, the writer's dilemma, right? Wanting an audience, but to be content with just a few that might hear, and maybe not even that, just to be able to speak our words for the day. I'm going to circle that one. I really like that. Okay, back to it. Yesterday was a day off. It was a tough day. I spent a lot of time reading. I just wasn't feeling quite so good yesterday. So I had to contend with just not being in balance. Although for the most part, I fulfilled all my duty. I did all the things I need to do in terms of on a day off. just sometimes that happens. It especially happens sometimes as I get older. Although as I'm getting older, my brain is better able to weather the tougher days with just pushing through like a strong house in a storm. That's what yesterday was like a little bit. Okay, the good life. 7 objectives are to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions, to recognize my true limits and my true opportunities, and to do just one thing at a time, and do that thing slowly, deliberately, and carefully. And then my 34 principles are war, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, principle of nature, the pirate ride, maturity, the social principle, principle of family, public speaking, temperance, life will not go well, the horror show, that which must be born, the feast of Offal, distraction, agency and the great indifference, the best seat in the house, the restless man, the path of wildness, the great life adventure, the risk of avoiding risk, sin and damnation, complete oblivion, the season of philosophy, script writing, the bullseyeing, the uphill climb, arena and utility, nothing is enough, and the principle of fun. All of these principles, 34, and the 7 objectives are listed in my book, Going Alone, and details are provided therein. Okay, what else? For today, it's a Monday. It feels like it too. A full week and a big week. I'm bringing, for the actual hard work of the project, I'm bringing one of my big projects to a close. Really, this week will fulfill the mandate for which I was hired when I got this job. It's a big week, consequential week, a successful week. And I feel tired. I am exhausted. I really, really want to retire. I don't want to continue working like this. I really want to withdraw from the fray. Tired. That's probably what it was yesterday. Just tired. It's not bad. It's just that, there's a reason that people get to be my age and they want to step aside. It's a biological thing, I think. Some people may be different, but I'm just done. And it's been good, but I'm tired. Oh, I think I've said I'm tired enough. You can see what my challenge is for today. My challenge is to get through the day, to fulfill my duty, to go to my meetings, to keep a good face, strong face forward, and to weather the tired. Maybe I'll make myself some eggs and toast this morning for breakfast, just to give myself something a little more substantial, maybe. All right, with that, I'll stop. I wish you all the best. Now my life is done, if not finished. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care.